Hello guys and welcome back to TechWolf. Today we are going to take a look at Ipconfig command and what you can do with Ipconfig. We will take a look how you can release your IP, how you can find IP, how you can find information about your computer by using Ipconfig. Let's type in a command prompt in search and right click on command prompt and run as administrator. In some scenarios when working with Ipconfig command, you might need to work in administrative mode to access all features or not have problems with your system. And now first thing, if we type in Ipconfig, we can see more information about our computer. As you can see, I can see my IPv4 address, which is 192.168.178.47, and this is my local IP address of this particular computer and on this Ethernet. If I will have more Ethernet adapters, then they will also be displayed here, and for each Ethernet adapter you will be able to see their IP address and its subnet mask, and default gateway is usually the same. Default gateway means that this is the address which is your router's address, and you need to communicate to router or use this default gateway address to be able to reach out to internet or other networks. And here is even more powerful Ipconfig. If we type in Ipconfig space and / and all and hit enter, then you will be able to see even more information. You can see your host name. As you can see, this is Windows 11 which we are using. Here you can see your IP routing enabled. You can see that this is not enabled, and here is more information, and here you can see connection specific DNS suffix. This is fritz.box. This is my router's name, and here you can see such information as DNS. As you can see your DNS servers which are here. You can see DHCP server which is also here, and if you are seeing DHCP server here and this IP address here, this means that your device is getting assigned IP address automatically by using DHCP. If your device wouldn't have DHCP server assigning IP addresses, then you wouldn't even see this IP address of your DHCP server. So as you can see here, your IP address, this one, and here you can see also your subnet mask, and you can see here also physical address, which is this Ethernet adapter's MAC address. Like I mentioned, there might be more Ethernet adapters than one. And if there would be more, in this particular case where you are seeing in my scenario, I have only one Ethernet adapter, but you might have Wi-Fi Ethernet adapter, Bluetooth Ethernet adapter, and they all would have the same type of information: MAC addresses, IP addresses. Now let's clear this window, typing in CLS, and clear this window. And again, let's type a command Ipconfig, and here we can see that our current IP address is 192.168.178.47. But what we can do, we can release this IP address. This means that we can say that we don't want to use this IP address, and we can do it by typing in Ipconfig space / and type in release and hit enter. And once you will type release, then this IP address will be released, and you can check it also by typing in command Ipconfig and hit enter. And now you can see that there is 169.254.139.145 IP address. And if you know anything about networking, then you would know that IP addresses which start with 169.254, these are APIPA addresses, or in other words, these are IP addresses which device is assigning to itself if that device can't find a DHCP server. And we can use another command to request a DHCP server to assign IP address to this device, and that command is Ipconfig / renew. And by typing in Ipconfig / renew, we are asking pretty much a DHCP server to give us an IP address, and hit enter. And once we do it, you will see straight away that DHCP server again gave us IP address, subnet mask, and we now have a valid IP address on this local area network. When you are using Ipconfig command, mainly this is to do with your own device. It is to see information what is on your device, like your IP address, your subnet mask, and DNS server, and more information if you would want to see on your network or Ethernet adapters, then you would type in ipconfig / and all. You can see much more information, such information as DHCP server IP address and also DNS and your MAC address and your IP address and subnet mask and much more information.